this video, we want to solve this linear congruence. 17x is congruent to 9 modulo 276. And for solving this, as we can see that 276 is large number, and again 276 is not a prime number. So let's make the factor of this, preferably in the prime factorization. So 3 into 2 square into 23. And then I can further write this into 3 into 4 into 23. So basically what we are looking the integers which are relatively prime. So now once I've written this 276 into the integers which are relatively prime, so I can write this congruence 1 which is equivalent to the system of congruences, which is 17x congruent to 9 modulo 3, and then I can have 17x congruent to 9 modulo 4, and 17x, this is congruent to 9 modulo 23. So because I have converted 276 into this factors 3, 4, 23, and they are relatively prime, so we got this system. Now the solution of this particular system will give me the solution of my original congruence, which I have denoted by 1. So now let's reduce these congruences further. And for the reduction of these congruences further, we have to just notice down the basic properties of the congruences. See here that this is 17x and here you got 9, and we are finding with respect to modulo 3. Now also notice that 9 is congruent to 0 mod 3. So this means I can replace 9 by 0. So let's do the first replacement. In the first congruence, 17x is congruent to 0 mod 3. Also now this 17x congruent to 0 mod 3, I can write it as 17x is congruent to 17 into 0 modulo 3, because if I multiply anything by 0, this quantity is same. So now cancelling both sides by 17, or simply saying that divide by 17 on both sides, it is possible because the GCD of 17 and 3 is 1. So we can cancel this 17 on both sides, since the GCD with this modular integer is 1. So here you can further reduce this particular congruence as x congruent to 0 mod 3. Now this is the reduced form, and you can see from here x, all those x which leave the remainder 0, or all those x which are divisible by 3, multiples of 3 are the solution of this particular congruence. Now in the similar way, I am going to reduce the second congruence. In the second congruence also, you can have 17x is congruent to, now here we got 9. 9 is congruent to 1 modulo 4. So let's first replace this as 1 modulo 4. And then also you can see that 17x is congruent to 1 modulo x, because we can see that 17x is congruent to x modulo 4. So when you take this x on the other side, this becomes 16x, which is congruent to 0 mod 4. Now 16 is, this is appearing a multiple of 16, and 4 divides 16, so this congruence is true. So replace this 17x by x congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now this means this will give me all the solution when x is divisible by 4 and it leaves the remainder 1. So all those x are of the form 4k plus 1. Now the last one is, let's keep this as for the moment in the same way, 17x congruent to 9 modulo 23. Now we will solve the x from this congruence and then substitute this value here and find the x which satisfy both the congruences, and then we substitute it in the next congruence. So let's see that as we have been given x is congruent to 0 mod 3. So this means we can always say that x is of the form 3 times k for k belonging to integer. That means x is always a multiple of 3 because it is leaving the remainder 0. Now similarly, from the congruence x is congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now that's the second congruence. This will imply that you substitute now this x here in the second congruence. So this means 3k has to be congruent to 1 mod 4. And so from here you can multiply both sides by 3, multiply by 3 on both sides. So you will get this as 9k congruent to 3 modulo 4. We can always multiply. We can use this property that if A is congruent to B modulo n, then AC is congruent to BC modulo n. So by a constant you can multiply on both sides. That is a basic property of the congruences. Now since we got 9k, and you can see that 9k is congruent to k modulo 4. So because if you take k on this side, this becomes 8 into k, and this quantity will appear a multiple of 8, and 4 divide 8. So this congruence will always be true. So here I write this as k, replace 9k by k, congruent to 3 modulo 4. So here you get k is appearing 4 times some integer plus 3. That means it is 4j plus 3. It is of the type 4j plus 3, where j belongs to an integer. Now substitute this value back into this equation. So let's label them again. This is 2, this is 3. And so we can get x equal to 3k. This I have written from 2. And k we have calculated as 4j plus 3. So this is 3 into 4j plus 3. So this will become 12j plus 9. So now this x we will use in our third congruence. And our third last congruence was 17x, which is congruent to 9 modulo 23. So that means here we get 17 into 12j plus 9 should be congruent to 9 modulo 3. So we want to find which j satisfy this congruence. So now you can see that once you multiply 17 by 12, we'll get 204j, and 17 into 9 we get 153, congruent to 9 modulo 23. Now this is 204j, and maybe take this 153 on the other side, so we'll get minus 144 modulo 23. And now as we see that 204 is very large than 23, so we must need to reduce this congruence 204. So notice that 23 into 9, this is 207. So that means 204j, this is congruent to minus 3j modulo 23. So that when you take this minus 3 on the other side, this will become 207j, and so it will be divisible by 23. So this congruence I am replacing it by minus 3j, congruent to minus 144 modulo 23. Now in the similar way, 144 is also larger. Let's reduce this also. And we notice that minus 144, this is congruent to minus 6 modulo 23, because 23 into 6 is 138. So when you bring this minus 6 on other side, this will become minus 144 plus 6. So it will give me minus 138, and which is divisible by 23. So this minus 144, I am replacing it by minus 6. So we got minus 3j congruent to minus 6 modulo 23. Now you can see that you have a common term back here again in this left and right side. And their GCD with this 23 is 1. So we can further reduce. So first cancelling a minus sign, or you can directly say that cancel minus 3 on both sides. So we get j is congruent to 2 modulo 23. So this way, this I got now the answers for j also, this particular variable. So j is 23 times some integer plus 2. So this is the value for j. J is 23 times some t plus 2, where t belongs to integer. Now once we have found j, let's go back and see what were the original x. So let me to bring this original from this delta, and let's see that x was written as 12j plus 9, and we have calculated the value for j as 12 into 23 times t plus 2 plus 9 is 276 times t, and when you add 12 into 2, 24 plus 9, this will give me 33. So that means for x, which is equal to 276t plus 30c. Now this is same as if you write a congruence. You can see that this term is appearing as a multiple of t, and this act as like a remainder. Or I can write this as x is congruent to 33 modulo 276, and this was our original modular integer, which we have bifurcated into 3 into 4 into 23. So when you substitute the solution of one congruence into the second, and then calculate what is x, and then repeat the process for the second congruence, knowing that they are relatively prime, we can bring back the modular integer 276. So x equal to 33 modulo 276 is the solution for our original congruence, that is 17x congruent to 9 modulo 276. So the solution of this congruence is provided here.